when Napoleon lay at Boulogne for a year with his flat-bottom boats and his grand army. Sir, I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years. Yep. If necessary, alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing ground. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills.
If I hate you like mad by the points right now, doesn't
I
matter.
do not for a moment believe this island or large part of it was subjugated and starving, and our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, stepped forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
Right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever the hell time it is around the world where you are at the moment. Welcome to, well, for what's for me, Sunday night, and it is a match for the seasonal. Of course, it's week 5 of the main stage, or round 5, whatever you want to call it. And we have, of course, as you can see on the screen there in front of you, Chimera versus What the Hell. This is it, folks. This is the last round of the main stage. And honestly, God only knows what happens after here, because I kind of just play it 1 week at a time. Let's face it, at the moment it works a bit like that. So I probably haven't actually adjusted my camera. There we go. It gets across there. You can see that little monitor over in the background there. That is the other Hell Let Loose that's running at the moment. So when I'm doing solo casts, I do a second monitor now. I was fortunate enough to be gifted a Hell Let Loose Steam key, a second one. So I think I bought my first. This one I'm on now, the main account. I don't know, way back at the start anyway. gentleman named Neo Khan got me into it. Thank you, Carnio. Anyway, that's going to give you this. Let's have a quick look here. Oh, hang on. Well, I'll just run it up and you'll see what I mean. This is what it gives us in the battle. So I have the opportunity to hopefully get the point of view screen up there. It's not sharing anymore. Ah, of course I played a video. Here we go. Watch this. We will actually look at and watch the stream and we'll put it on a full screen. We should be on a pop out for it. There we are. That's it. I've got to have the pop out back up. That's why. It was on that first screen. I was running the videos, which of course was with the two warm-up videos, I guess, for the two clans that are playing tonight. So thank you to both clans. I got Chimera's a couple of months ago, but I had to re-find it, and then I found that YouTube apparently won't automatically replay it for you. That's why it came up a couple of times there in the intro if you were watching that. And What the Hell's video, of course, they sent that through to me just in the last couple of days. So I've just got to remember to make sure I put that back on the Discord side of things so we actually get that screen up when the time comes. But I am going to talk a little bit about Chimera and What the Hell tonight. And of course, this is the last round, folks. As we said before, this is the last round. And this is what it looks like, hopefully. Seasonal main stage. Or why are you not coming up? Oh, because I've got a new one, of course. We've got rid of number 4. And we are now on to number 5. There it is, folks. There is number 5. Round 5. Main stage. Just before the playoffs. And... oof, this is it for one team tonight. That's where we got to. So Raptors are playing Esprit de Corps. SCDB are playing... I actually know whose that symbol is. I can't see it from this distance. Anyway, and Chimera are playing What the Hell. I haven't cast those guys. Merc and... is it Merc? No? I don't know. Anyway, that's how we got to where we are, folks. That's the journey they all went on. The interesting point to note here is... What the Hell 1-2 and then a lost one. Well, 1-3 actually. They won the first one there, second one there, third one there. They played against Core, they lost that. And then they won against, is that Alpha? I think, I can't remember. And so that's how they got to where they are at the moment. And Chimera, of course, they won the first one, lost the second one, lost the third one, and then won the fourth one. So their journey's been a little bit rockier. But it's still the same to get to where we are right now. That's what they had to do, and so for the 6 teams that are playing this evening, or this weekend, should I say, only 3 of those are going to get through. The other 3, unfortunately, will be bowing out of the competition, and so this might be the last time you see me. If I'm, because I tend to focus on the Chimera games, I am always open for all matches, and I put my name down for whatever they need me for. But generally, they use me as the Oceanic caster. For the Chimera matches, and so this, if Chimera lose tonight, this might be my last match. If they win, I might be lucky enough to get one into the playoffs. Who knows? Who knows? I sure as shit don't. And it is Christmas time, and you know, I hope your year has been a good one. If not, it's probably been a little bit like mine, a little bit rough, but that's all right because we got here in the end, didn't we? And we are now watching some excellent gameplay tonight. I think these two teams are going to be just a ripper of a match. If you've noticed in the headings and everything there, it's sainte-mere-eglise. Of course, this is the favoured. This is the favoured map for competition, and you know, so we've talked about this one. Oh God only knows how many times now. But let's just run through it quickly so we can talk about the key points about Hospice Checkpoint and sainte-mere-eglise itself. So. Initially, in the background, by the way, is playing the actual map itself. The thing I should point out, and I'll probably just turn that sound off because Chimera guys are just here blowing themselves up and trying flamethrowers, by the way. And so checkpoint, it's open to the south, a couple of funnel lines coming into it from east and west, and then a whole bit of buildings up north. So that drives how the gameplay works there. Sainte-mere-eglise, of course, giant city. Church to fight over, cap point to the slight left of the church there. Really interesting gameplay in that one. Probably one of the favourite ones for a lot of people to watch, even though we get a bit sick of this map. it is still pretty enjoyable, to be honest. And then Hospice, of course, up the top there on the north side of it, it's got lots of open terrain and lots of buildings in the middle and south of it. One key thing I'll always point out about Hospice, if that's the one that comes up, people forget to actually sit on the fucking Hospice. I mean, it's a great building with a compound there. It's, you know, I never understand that. Okay, but how did we get where we got? Well, we saw that before. Who are we playing in this match tonight? We're playing Chimera versus what the hell? Let's talk about Chimera quickly. Chimera, of course, we know came from the AIF HFKT blend from about 12 months ago now, actually. And they've been in the competition scene only in the last 12 months. And the map just been changed, by the way, so the game's going to go in a minute. You know, they are new to the scene, but they've been in the HCA this year already, and they've been in the Seasonal, and they were in the Big D Premier League for a couple of rounds, and they played in the APAI as well. And so, you know, they've had a journey. They really have. Here's the teams, by the way, just so you can see what's actually going on there. And Chimera have done pretty well for their first time in any major competition, you know, this year in those competitions. They've actually stood up against some of the big teams that have been playing for a couple of years now and played well. All right, and they've played well. They've made a few mistakes along the way, some interesting decisions, some critique that's come from me. But you know what? They're loving it and they're enjoying it. They tend to be a very assertive, aggressive team, although they are playing a little bit smarter since the first couple of matches. In the way they actually use their resources, you know, like troops attacking, defending and stuff like that. You definitely see certain people are on attack and certain people are on defense. Okay, whilst we're talking about those guys, we are just going to crack straight into it. It's Sainte-mere-eglise. There you go, folks. This is going to be a ripper of a match tonight because that is such a good spot to fight over. I'm going to go and jump in Mike's squad here and get myself set up, and I'll run my body down to the bottom of the map there. And we'll just get my other little guy set up here while you have a quick look at the map. And I've just got to work out who I've got to mine or JD. Let's see. I've just got to work out the right squad for my other dude. No. Okay, I'm just working this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the challenge of making sure that I get myself into the right squad so I don't screw it up for them. Benfield, Fox Squad, here we go. There we are, keep that roll. Obviously I'm a little bit of ways there. Okay, folks, it's on, and it is over Sainte-mere-eglise itself, and I'm really happy with that for an outcome tonight. Let's get that headphone back on so you can actually hear the sound. I've turned that off. So that's back on now. We should hear everything fine, and here it is, folks, Sainte-mere-eglise itself. So what can we talk about there? We'll do a quick zoom over, won't we? Church, there it is. You can see the point sort of just left of the church there. What is important about this church is that there are so many different ways you can actually come into the church itself. All right, you can come in from the east, the north, the south, the west, and they're all good approach lines for people. The other thing I'll say to you is once you get down onto the ground here, of course, for those that aren't as familiar with the game as some of us, all right, big line of sight's down the road there, so that's north-south road. But if you look here, you can see you can get behind some cover here. Cover, not concealment. That means that it actually protects bullets. A lot of people tend to try and get through this door here and try and run across here. They get to about here and they die. And the reason they die is because there's people down here shooting at them. So those are things that folks learn either or don't learn. What's also important here, though, is you look at the cemetery and western approach are the two feeder lines for this position. So that means that for what the hell, they've got the cemetery in a pretty close run in, and that means they've got lots of good terrain there to come in through and reinforce this Sainte-mere-eglise from the cemetery side, or attack it again and spread out from there. For Chimera, same thing from western approach, is a little bit further back, a little bit more open for them. That'll have positive and negatives. Positives because it is further away from Sainte-mere-eglise, which means they got more depth to defend western approach if they're on the losing side of it at the time, and negatives is because they got so far to go from there to get to Sainte-mere-eglise that what the hell could actually put their front lines out here in the middle of the city. So these are things that are important. Now let's get across and have a quick look at the two map. I'm talking 100 miles an hour. Why? Because there's about 20 seconds left here before we get going. I'll just get myself up into admin cam on this other one. There we go, and we'll just map up. So, You can see what the layout and the setup is at the moment, and you see Andy there with the supply truck. We've got a couple of tanks in the middle there, truck coming through in the middle, straight to western approach, one down south. So Chimera pushing the south flank, and there's the recon tank, doesn't look as deep as normal, and then a big push of troops straight down the main road there, VK up the top there with some infantry. On the other side, you can see truckloads of people coming in here. Couple of truckloads there, a couple of tanks in the middle. Almost identical, folks. That's almost identical. So let's get rid of that and we'll get into the actual gritty footage that we want to really see. Just so you know, by the way, the heading does say there's a giveaway tonight. It is correct. Towards the end, I'm going to run up the competition, this ticket you buy. Here comes some pre-positioned rockets coming in. Oh, that's a big kill. That is a big kill. Something just died. Oh, that is an amazing kill on that truck. That is a half truck full of what the hell people who are just slaughtered on that first hit. I'm wondering though, did they get the same onto the Chimera guys? No, they did not. That is a really good first blood from the Chimera team, and they will get cap weight at the moment here because they've got numbers pushing in now. You can see the Chimera guys are up the north here, but what the hell's got up there a lot quicker? That's a really good move there from Duba. But he and Zoda have got about 20 people in front of them that they've got to deal with. So this is the frantic first part of the battle here, folks. We're just watching that play out now, and you can see the Chimera guys have really dominated the north, and there's the what the hell guys down the south, and they've lost their centre flank area. There's just literally no one here at the moment because that truck was a big kill. However, because they ran a couple of tanks in there, that's going to save them a little bit. They're not going to lose too badly in here. They hold ground at the moment just beyond the church, but they're not going to win it either. They're not going to win it either because they don't have cap weight, of course. So, wow, what a big kill first off from the Chimera guys. There's a recon down there somewhere, and you can see there they are though. What the hell, no slumps at this game at all. We'll talk about them soon, by the way, once this first phase settles down and just introduce you to what the hell. Here we've got the big wave of folks coming in from I guess the second, or the first garrison that was set up there behind them. I'm sure. Yes, they do. They've got garrisons around the cemetery. 1, 2, 3, by the way. We'll have a look at that later. I can actually just tell you that stuff now on the other computer. It's really quite handy, to be honest, having that information off to the side. You've got to be careful, of course, because you only get one slot per team. So I do generally like to have a co-caster with me, but tonight I decided to run solo with it. Just mix it up a little bit and get the old lungs working a little bit more. So at the moment I can see 4 garrisons running down basically the golf column down the cemetery line for what the hell, just so you know that. Chimera quickly having a look there, same sort of thing. They're one short, so but that's not too bad. What the hell with that big wave that just came in, by the way, have actually put pressure onto the Chimera push now, and they've got people down the bottom, and those tanks are ripping shit up. And what the hell have taken the initiative back off of Chimera. Even after that first push, what Chimera didn't do was get enough people on the other side of the road. They don't seem to have been able to achieve that, whether that's been because they've been killed on the way over there or they just haven't managed to cross the street in the first place. That's what we've got at the moment there. And right now on the south flank here, we've got Spherical, Jam, Watchman, Mick and Hidden and Fable. These guys tend to be, or Jam in particular, tends to be in the attacking squad. So you can assume that this is the attacking flank down here that Chimera are focusing a little bit of time on. What the hell now, just losing cap weight again. What a great start this is, folks. Something just died over the back there. I just saw a big explosion over the back there. I have no idea what that was. That was way over at flak position, by the way, or just over north of Western Approach. Yeah, north of Western Approach. That's not going to confuse anybody, is it? What the hell now? We've got numbers coming into the church again. Von Lux in there as a rifleman. Tism's chasing a tank at the moment. He's trying to get a satchel on that. Did he get one on there? And the answer is a firm no. He's put one down on the ground trying to pick it up. It's gone, fuck that, I'm out. And I think Tism's about to die a horrible death. No, he's managed to get away with it. Wow, there's some interesting stuff going on, isn't there? Big artillery. Oh, that artillery's on point at the moment. That's really good kills. There's a big explosion up to the northeast. I have no idea what that is either. Puma racing around behind her. Stuart here, look at this. Now, what we didn't do is we didn't put the header bar on. My God, we were so excited with the start. We forgot to put the header bar on. There's the header bar on. There's the Puma ripping up the Stuart. Nice kill. So, Chimera, the Axis team, they'll always be the blue players. Left-hand side there, as you can see. What the hell, orange, right-hand side, and they are the allies for this match. So, we talk about Pumas. They were the Axis tank, of course, light tank. We talk about, recon. We talk about the Stuart, that's the light tank from the Allo. So I think that was the Puma that just died as it was racing around. Yeah, the Burtis has picked it up with a rocket. Nice kill there from the Burtis. So it's one apiece there. We've got a 75 running around on the point there, shooting the shit out of whatever it can. What the hell, just getting more weight on at the moment, but you can see, oh, unlucky rocket there from Gabba. You can see Chimera trying to push some bodies in through those buildings of the south. Quite an important area to hold. But what the hell, have got lots of people down to the very south there, down towards Checkpoint, actually. That's those buildings just overwatching Checkpoint there. So interesting. They're very, very deep there. It's probably about 400 metres out from the church. They need to do that. You need to control so much of this map when it's the centre point. That's the 75 that just died, by the way. I don't know what got that, but that was a great kill. I think that's the Watchman with a BDI has picked off that 75 quite nicely. So tanks dying everywhere. It's not a good day to be a tanker on this map. And you expect that a little bit nowadays at this level of competition. The tankers are quite elite, but the trouble is the infantry's pretty bloody elite too. It's a bit of a difference when you get into a pub match and you've got elite tankers versus members of the public. The tanks tend to be ripping stuff up a bit more than normal here because you don't have as many infantry threats. Whereas in comp, we've seen it a lot. There'll be like 10 people chasing a tank with rockets and satchels and fucking sticky bombs or whatever the hell it is they've got at the time. Not seeing any flame yet, though. Interesting. Figured there might be a flamethrower in this church. I reckon Kanashi's got in there with a satchel, though. Yes, he has. There's about to be a satchel kill of about 4 or 6 people maybe in the church. And this will set back the what the hell attack. Because right now the point's blinking. So it's going backwards and forwards between the two. Well, what the hell, of course, have just slight cap weight over it. But as soon as that satchel goes off, if they don't find it, which I think they found it. No, there it is. There it is. It's up there. Jeez. So that satchel will go off. It'll kill about 4 or 5 people. It'll just stop the cap, I think, at the moment. Look at the numbers on the point. There it is. Boom. Big boom. Yep, there it goes. The cap's going back the other way. As I thought, that's just enough. So it's so tight at the moment. There are just no numbers left in spare when it comes to trying to cap the centre point. Because no team's capped it, all of the garrisons are outside of those 2 centre bands. Let's take a quick look at that now. Let's do the quick 2 map thing and have a bit of a squizzy, shall we? Okay, so you can see Chimera and where they're actually spread out on the left-hand screen here. They've got just dudes everywhere at the moment, and then a couple of flankers up there. There's Shaz doing the recon thing up there. Panic, okay, trying to set up attack garrisons, things like that. When what the hell cap this, because it looks like they are going to take it, then Panic will be ready to go with a garrison in this area in here probably. You can see a couple of supply crates up that way too. So the Chimera are ready for that, and there it is. There's the nice cap there. If we have a look at what the hell, of course, they've got nobody forward at the moment. That's really interesting. They're not as deep into Chimera's territory. So they've been purely just focusing on sainte-mere-eglise. So all of this area over here is going to take them a lot longer to set up. What it means, I guess, is that if Chimera, play equally here, they will get the attack on quicker than what the hell will. So that means that the pressure's always going to be on sainte-mere-eglise at the moment for what the hell. And they're going to be struggling to get troops forward. You can see where their dispersion of troops are anyway there. So that's that play. That's what I like to actually show, and that's why I have that other computer hiding over there. So well done to what the hell after, we're 12 minutes in, folks, and there is first cap. First cap after 11 minutes or so to what the hell. Well done to them for that. All right. Let's have a look at what's going on now. So what they will need to do is set up a bunch of garrisons and try and get this consolidation here. They'll also want to try and push their troops out. And they are doing that pretty well at the moment. So they've got, this group coming down here. It's about 300, I guess. Let's have a look how far. About 400, just under 400 metres away from Western Approach. This is an attack line that what the hell are going to want to use. Down through here, come around the back there, where that glider is and everything. That's a nice area to come up on Western Approach. Remembering that we're already in the first grid column here, and here's the second grid column, so they don't have a lot of play there for garrisons. Should be easy enough for Chimera to control that area down there, because it's hard to set up a garrison deep into enemy territory there without being spotted from a long way away. So the thing for Chimera, of course, is they want to control this area and get the southern attack onto sainte-mere-eglise township. So they are trying that. Mav's working pretty hard in there. You can see that it's going on. Let's get down a little bit and have a bit of a look. Did have some feedback from folks who want me a little bit more into the action. It's a trade-off, because if I go into the action too far, people bitch about not having the map up, not having go out so far. So we'll try and get in a bit of this action and stuff like that. I suppose we've also got that option of that other screen, haven't we? And we can get that up in the top corner and have a look at the action there. So let's get that set up as well. We might just focus this top corner map. Get that set up there. There you go. Watch this, folks. Let's see if I can do that and that. Whoa, how cool is that? So that's the view we're looking at. Sainte-mere-eglise itself. Just having a look. It looks like one of those Sky Tower cams as the city's being brutalised. And I'm interested here in what Chimera do. They're losing out. We might actually have to focus on Western approach for it. That's what we'll do. Get ourselves over to Western approach. We'll hover ourselves over the point. Where the hell is it? Over it. And we'll get ourselves, we'll have that little picture up in the top corner there. And we can have a little bit of a look-see at that at any given time and see what's going on over there while we watch a little bit of the attack here. And we will switch it around. I'll get over into those attack points when the major activity is happening somewhere else. We'll move over there and have a look. I'm not going to just hang around in this camera all the time. At the moment, though, Chimera are finding it tough to try and break through this southern side. Go and have a look up the north. What the hell defending south very, very well. North looks a little bit thinner. There's a little bit less there from what the hell than I was expecting. Heidi's up there. G'day, Heidi. Lovely to see you. I don't think I've actually ever streamed a What the Hell match. Let's have a talk about that, shall we? So, Captain Benfield was the one that responded to my questions. So thank you, Captain Benfield. And it's lovely that they sent us a video as well. So it was nice little intro video. They have been, what the hell have been in the competing at the top scene, top of Hell Let Loose scene since the beginning. All right. Heidi, who we just pointed out, of course, there, created the seasonal to give Hell Let Loose teams a good series tournament to compete against each other. So well done to Heidi. Folks, shouts out to Heidi right there for creating a really cool tournament. I've loved it. Let's follow him now. Or her. Actually, I have no idea. Him or her. Someone could tell me. We'll follow Heidi for a while and we'll see what Heidi gets up to. Heidi's lurking in the bushes at the moment. So, we're just keeping an eye on that other stuff over there. Top right corner. Okay. What the hell are 2 times victors of the seasonal? So that puts a lot of pressure on Chimera, doesn't it? They're playing against probably the top team, if not at least top 3, but probably the top team in seeding for this particular tournament anyway. There's the Chimera tank who's run into a pole. Heidi's like, yeah, I want nothing to do with that. Thanks very much. And backs away. We'll get back up into that camera. We'll stop following Heidi. Usually when you follow them, they die. Doesn't seem to be the case this time. All right. What can we talk about? Oscar, Fisk, Heidi, Duba, and they're all veteran Hell Let Loose players heavily involved in what the hell's planning. Okay, here's Frontman about to kill a Luke's. So that Luke's is about to have a very, very bad day. Unless they jump out right now, he's a dead man. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. End of Luke's. An unescorted tank should not be occurring. Speaking of which, there's something moving over the back there. That might be a half track there. Way over the back, I can see. Absolutely. So, anyway, with what the hell, as we watch that little play, I'm just going to keep an eye on what's going on that point over there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That is the Panther that's been burnt and is racing back for a bit of repair and pick up Theu. So, what else can I tell you about what the hell? They House Gangster is the commander. There you go. House Gangster is the commander, whereas, of course, for Chimera VK tonight. And they have a few ex-servies, but it doesn't really influence their tactics. I always ask that question, do you have any serving or ex-serving personnel? And if so, what does that do for your strategies or the way you train or anything like that? And, they don't use that. And that's okay. I'm just always curious about that as a serving member myself. Now, they also play things like Counter-Strike Go, Global Offensive rather, Call of Duty Squad, DayZ. So they're heavily involved in all sorts of stuff, like many of us are. Right. Now, I asked them what they were after from this tournament, and Benfield sort of said, well, yeah, it's hard to write it without sounding arrogant. I said, no, it's all right, mate. You know, it's a competition. If you're not saying, look, we want to win, then, you know, you're probably just aiming for the middle of the pack, aren't you? Which is okay too. But Benfield said they've always enter it to win it. That's the only objective they have. They've been a bit inconsistent this year, and so they're sure they get through the next stage. They'll fancy the chances to still lift the crown. It's very close between the top teams, but over the years they've had the upper hand on the likes of Core, so they'll see how they go. Right now, though, they just want to get through this one. And, of course, Chimera, the underdogs here for sure, and I think the votes were well and truly not in their favour. It was in what the hell's favour for the votes of who's going to win. But Chimera no slumps, although they are having it tough at the moment. This is an interesting little match going on here. What I'm seeing a bit of here, though, is it feels a bit piecemeal from Chimera. If you look right now on the screen, look where everybody is that we can see from Chimera. They are there's no two people really working together here on the attack. There's a lot of individuals right now. Now, whether that's because they were shot or that's just what they're doing tonight, and this happens with Chimera sometimes, they get a bit loose and a bit flustered, or I don't know what it is, and they just don't look very good. And usually they recover. Sometimes they don't. We'll see if they can do that. We're flicking over the point where that top right camera is at the moment. There's Heavenly and Heavenly's defensive squad moving up on this north side now of that road, and a little bit closer here. These guys are working a bit closer. Bubbles, Watchman and Coco. That's what I like to see. And they need to. You can't have soloists running around. I know Mr. Cheese there, good player, but the fact that he's over there by himself trying to put a satchel on something is not going to achieve anything. It might take a garrison out, or kill a few people on the church or whatever, or maybe he's just going to take a garrison or two out. That's okay too. But then what? Where's the rest of the team to capitalise on that? All right. When I tend to do it, if I'm running off solo, and I've done it before, I don't deny that at all. There's nothing wrong with it, but it has a purpose that's going to roll onto something else. So if I sweep around behind the point and sweep in through the point, I'm also communicating with my squad mates to say, hey, I'm coming around this way. Can you please start to push in from that side? And that's what usually happens. Or I'll just put some gunfire into the back of the enemy to distract them while my team starts pushing from the front, or something like that. My squad, that's combined arms almost in a squad level. I don't see that tonight from Chimera yet. I do not see that tonight from Chimera yet. So they're not looking real good here. What the hell are running in their pairs and triplets and things like that, and they seem to be doing that very polished at the moment. You can see the south push is starting to come through quite nicely for what the hell. Shouts out to Diesel Shaz, by the way. Joe Murray has said the hellos. So yeah, shouts to Diesel Shaz. Right, and everyone's joined in chat, by the way. Hello from 30 minutes ago. You've all just joined, and I'll see you in 30 minutes time. Shall we? All right. Here is the play that's going on, though, on the church at the moment. So no one's getting into that chapel anytime soon, but look at that. Not without something special. Right now, Chimera are doing some funky chicken stuff down to the south here. And they're trying to hold off on the what the hell push that's down there. They've got a 76 there as well now. What the hell? So, tough play. We'll get that two map thing going again, and we'll get ourselves a bit of a look-see at that, shall we? Get that stuff up there. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a look at the left screen, you can see what Chimera are doing, and look how far back they've been pushed. They're barely into the echo column at all, and they've got threats down at Bravo 7. You can see the what the hell guys on the right hand screen have got some flankers going in now, a couple of garrisons going in. They've got the agility here at the moment, what the hell, and the things about what the hell right now are they're also playing well in their 2s and 3s. So look, I think Chimera are up against it, and they really need to just get that leadership going and consolidate what they've got right now. Don't lose what they've got right now, and then work hard on getting themselves back into the right spot. We'll get that 2-screen stuff go up again. There we go. So we're watching, top right corner is the fight that's going on Western Approach, or just in front of it. And here we go with the main screen, of course, is my main computer here as we look around and we watch that 76 shelling from the south. Did I see any Chimera tanks at the moment? Yeah, there's two. There's two Panthers up at Western who are not able to see that 76 there in front of us. That's interesting. But look at that. Hidden in Shadow puts a rocket in. Turfisk or Turfisk. I don't know how you say that with the O. Turfisk is putting, well, he's not even seeing the fact that he's got someone shooting there. They're all just starting to rush out now. Hidden's flanked that tank beautifully. That's a really good one. Hello, we've got a first-time chat bot. Oh, dear. There we go. Thank you very much for your we'll get rid of him, shall we? Spam next. Spam next. And spam in chat. And we will get rid of him nicely. I do all my own stuff here, folks, that may see you why that may tell you why things are a little bit rough sometimes, because I actually have to do all my my stuff myself, and it's a 30-minute delay, and it's all hilarious. So anyway, what the hell are really pushing in quite nicely on the point at the moment. Chimera up against it. Mr. Cheese there around the back, you know, trying to clear out the garage and stuff again, but it's just the blocks of numbers that what the hell I've got. And let's have a look down south now and see what's going on around here, because there was this stuff we were looking down the map before, isn't it? So I'm going to give it this a go. Kukulele. I think I read it right. Kukulele there, putting in some garrisons around the map, and Boignant is coming in to try and clean him up. So let's see if Boigs has got the eyes on. He's run through the wheat field, of course. Rydalex around there as well, and Butt Nugget is pushing up to try and clear him out. The chat's not getting the voice, the words aren't getting any nicer here, are they? Butt Nugget's going to clean him up. There's that Panther now, one of the Panthers, two of the Panthers. Okay, they've finally pushed out. They're going to actually push around on this 76. That's great play. That's what they need to do. The 76 has been stopping the infantry of Chimera from doing anything. There's a precision strike that came in from the What the Hell guys. Turfisk is going to come in on that tank, and he's going to maybe get a satchel on it. That's what is the tank commander doing? Who's in it at the moment? Oh, the boys are not watching very well at all. And Turfisk is down now, but did he get the satchel on? I really want to know. Can you see it? Do not know if he got the satchel on or not, or did he even have a satchel? Let's try a different angle so that I just can't see a satchel. We will find out in about 10 seconds, I reckon. As the Panthers now start to dominate this south area, I reckon that What the Hell have probably got tanks ready to go, though. They tend to find that lately that teams are actually smarter in the way they set their tanks up. And, oh, that's a big kill on a vehicle, probably just a supply truck or something in there. Yeah, they're smarter about how they set their tank, the tank spare, if you know what I mean. Like they have tanks sitting in location ready to go, so they can just jump in and go, and maybe even move one forward to Western approach, just leave it empty there. I mean, there's no rules in that sort of stuff here. You know, you'd want to just play as much smart as you can. Now, have we got a Chimera airhead? No, that's just supplies coming in. Look at the map. Look at the stress that's going on there at the moment for Chimera defending hard in the Delta line, so they do not have a front line there. However, I'm just seeing a nice little push coming from that attacking squad again down over the city area. So this is what Chimera need to do. What the hell, though, are just really putting the screws on a little bit here, aren't they? And it's working very well for them. And yeah, I'd expect that from one of the top three. Let's ask the question of chat. Is What the Hell the top seeded team in this tournament? Yes or no? If not, who is the top seeded team? Right, and what is Chimera now seeding wise? They were in the Halo system. I think they were 9th or 10th. They dropped around, but then they won one back, so they'll probably be about 10th now, or maybe. I don't know. I'd be interested. Let's get some of that stuff up. And the Halo system is a global rating system that somebody's created for something. And Hell Let Loose has a bunch of these teams that are on there. I don't know whether it was created for the seasonal. I don't know whether it was created for Hell Let Loose in general. I don't know. But I'd be interested if anybody in chat at the moment knows anything about the Halo system. Let's educate our friends out there that don't know anything about the Halo system or don't understand the ranking system. So if someone has got that knowledge, let me know where Chimera and What the Hell sit, and, you know, what is that system? Big bombing run just came through. That would be a Chimera bombing run. The pressure is still on the point there, so we are watching in that top right corner. It's nice actually having that little camera over watching there, so you can just keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that up there and just see what's happening there. It's quite nice. There's a garrison mark there. So Chimera have found one of the attacking garrisons, or the primary attacking garrison for What the Hell. It's somewhere in this way. There it is. There you go. Right next to Boy. So Chimera have got to work that and get rid of that one. You can get rid of a garrison with a precision strike, but apparently it's got to hit the garrison directly. I watched some comments the other day about Little Lupus has just said, please no SME. Sorry, buddy, I don't get to pick this. Yeah, I watched someone saying the other day how a bombing run, a precision strike actually landed right next to the tank. The hole was in the ground next to the tank, but it didn't pick up the tank somehow. Chimera here look like they're actually working. Oh, there's some nice killing going on in there at the moment, and Chimera just starting to trim out that center area, so that's good work. They're not getting anywhere on the chapel though, are they? They really are not. And that north area now, Chimera's started to push some troops up that way and see what they can do. There's 1 hour to go, folks, so we're 30 minutes down. We've got Jinx and Gold down here chasing a tank, probably a 76 down the bottom there. Let's have a look and see what that is as it comes through. Panther turning onto that. No, that's the other Panther. Okay, sorry, my bad. I thought they were chasing a tank for some reason. The What the Hell guys have got this really interesting little push down the bottom here, and they're just starting to send some folks around the back on that. I'd say Torfisk is trying to put rockets in on the artillery, which is over that way. There's some sort of drop going in over there. I'd say that's supplies. Is it? Yes, it is, and they'd be allied supplies. So not really a threat there at the moment. There's House Gangster, though. He's pushing down to annoy their artillery. Cooler, of course, is on the artillery at the moment. Probably a couple of others too, and I reckon they've been picked off a little bit. We'll go over the other side of the map just quickly and have a look and see what we've got over there from the What the Hell side for artillery. And they've got a couple of guys on there. Is there anybody harassing them at the moment? The answer is yes. Shaz is up there. Shaz has finally made his way down, so he'll be just pissing them off a little bit. Butterdog's trying to push over there as well by the look of it. Although I feel that Butterdog's probably just trying to get up into this area here and set up a Gary. Chimera doing a nice little push here on the south side of the chapel, or the church rather, and just trimming out What the Hell guys. I think though it's too slow. It will be too slow because What the Hell will be able to respond to this fairly quickly. Send a few troops in there. Big explosions going on there on the western approach though, so that's artillery landing there now. What the Hell look like they're about to get serious on that, so we'll just head back over this way and have a look. Yeah, see those guys over on that top left moving around behind, trying to take out a garrison now. But Turfisk is there with his rockets ready to go. He'll be trying to shoot the garrison from Chimera. Take a quick look where that garrison is. Oh, it's not even on the point. So that's really interesting, actually. Really interesting because they will not be able to see any garrisons out there, which is lucky or well played for Chimera. But look at what's going on down south here at the moment. We can see AT starting to come in now. Sony's in there next to the tank. He'll be trying to put a satchel on. She's trying to put a satchel on the point, and get the two Panther tanks that are sitting on there. And there's a rocket straight in. First rocket from Curious George, I'm guessing. And there's another. Sony and President are just having a bit of a tag in there. Oh, Sony's been taken down. Well done. Nice kill there. Saved that tank a little bit. Here's another rocket coming in. Put it in the side of the tank. Didn't kill it, of course, because it generally won't unless the tank's already damaged. But that puts the pressure on the Panther to have to back off a bit, which means that What the Hell get to just put a little bit of pressure forward again now. I wonder where that other Panther went. Where is it? Taking a quick look. I believe it's kaput. No, it's in the middle of the point. Ah, there it is. There you go. So it's just lurking in behind the building there, trying to shoot some stuff and pick off that northern flank of approach. There's a tank coming across the field there now, so we'll see if the Chimera guys can actually pick that tank over or not. And 57 minutes to go, so, you know, Sainte-mere-eglise, it is an interesting map. Well played. Everyone knows everything about this map. If you don't know it by now, then you haven't played the game. And a reminder to everyone who's joining us, of course, I am giving away a Hell Let Loose Steam key tonight. I've got a Steam key to give away, compliments of a certain gentleman who will talk about how awesome he is later. And I'll be running that once I've finished the live part of my streaming, and the last 30-minute delay, I'll actually trigger the competition there, and you'll have 30 minutes to buy your tickets, and it'll tell you how to do it. Anyway, don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the play at the moment. There's the big shot there from Kanashi's tank as it reloads now, and they're going to try and pick it up, and that's a great kill. Panther Campy, but they lost their other Panther, I'm pretty sure. So it was a trade of, what is it, 1-1? Yes, absolutely. Zota has come in, and there's a precision strike coming in now as well. What is that going to hit? I think that was down there. No, I don't know where that was. Zota's picked up the other Panther. That's so that's a trade of one tank each. So, you know, and this south flank here is the problem for Chimera. Here's their guys now starting to come around and try and clear stuff out. So just better shut this window so I'm not waking up the kids. So Chimera have got to clear this south push out, because that's what actually ended up being the death of their tank, was people coming in from the south there and cleaning up the tank line that was set up over the point. We'll go up north here and find out what's happening. And what is happening up north is that what the hell have pushed Chimera all the way back to these buildings here. We were so focused on that mini battle in the middle there and some of the other stuff that was going on. We did not see this happen. I sort of was watching it earlier, but I wasn't sure which way it was going to go. Well, Chimera have been pushed right back here. This is a real problem for them. Bohemians there around the back there. Lurking in the back lines of Chimera. Chimera are in all sorts of trouble here, folks. Let's put it on the table right now. At this stage of comp, with the people that are probably watching in channel right now, most folks here will be comp players. There'll be very few people that are actually not comp players or, you know, are straight off the street watching this stuff. But if you are, welcome, by the way, and this is comp. And what we're seeing right now is what the hell are grinding Chimera down, but they're doing it pretty quickly in some areas. In other areas, you know, Chimera holding their own, but this north flank is just being ripped to shreds by a bunch of the what the hell guys. The other thing that's happening is, of course, that south flank we just talked about there that Chimera have got a hold. I'm going to go down and have a look at that in a minute. Plenty of fight going on the point itself right now. Tell me there's ads? There shouldn't be ads. There should not be ads. Let me just check that, folks. There would not be any ads. There we go. I'm listening to myself here quickly. I don't want to listen to myself. I just checked that for ads. I turned those off. I don't believe I turned them back on. But we will get rid of that because I don't have ads on my stream. What have we got here? Viewer, engagement, channel moat, stream affiliate. Here we go. I'll just get rid of the ads. Sorry. If there's it's been reactivated. We have a patch or something. Anyway, ads fixed. Apologies. I don't like having ads for comp matches, folks. I do not. So that's gone. All right. While we were watching that, of course, me do the ads thing, you saw the Chimera guys trying to push through the middle there. They didn't get very far. Big kills going on here on the point there. That top right corner camera has just dropped out at the wrong time, hasn't it? So that should come back now. When I do something on another screen, it drops off because it's a Discord thing. I tried Video Ninja and it doesn't like it. So I gave up on that. Chimera, I've got Sony now pushing in onto the point, and he's going to probably put a satchel in there. And I think the Chimera garrison's just around the front here, isn't it? Is it still there? No, they've lost that garrison. They've moved it down south now, and that's why that artillery's landing out there. Sony will be putting a satchel on there for sure, but I don't think you'll get that garrison. Here's Chimera pushing around the back, trying to clear this south flank, and they are gradually getting there. It's a gradual thing, though. Let's take a look at this. 53 minutes to go. What the hell have about 65% of the gameplay at the moment? And so that's what Chimera need to change. So what would I do if I was What the Hell right now? Let's take a look at our old friends. Oh, big bada booms on the point. But let's take a look at our maps and have a look what's going on. So Chimera with 5 garrisons on the field right now. So What the Hell have really made them work to hold on to even those. But this garrison down here is critical to stop that feeder line of What the Hell troops that are coming in this way and up through here. That's huge. They've lost this flank up here at the moment, Chimera, but they'll try and trim it up and push back up. So that's, I think, you know, what's to say running a vehicle around up into here, running a vehicle right down here, right? This is where look at this. If we just get rid of that map, because I don't want you to see What the Hell. Let's have a look at this right now. Let's have a look at this right now. There is a huge space down here to run some stuff around. There really is. There's a huge space up here to run stuff around. Where is it? It's not there. Now, let's get back and have a look at What the Hell. They've got bits around the back, but it doesn't look that pretty either, to be honest. It's kind of... There's no attack. No one's got any attacking garrisons. I mean, this is a hard match, isn't it? Let's get back to the main screen. Poor bastards. It's all well and good. Sitting back here just going, yeah, this is all shit. You're all bad. It's not. These guys are fighting pretty fucking hard. Chimera are just having a hard time of it. They're gradually clearing out up the north here. They'll sort of slowly get that back. I can see a tank running down there through that middle area. The Panther that was holding up here at the moment is gone. It's out of there, and that's given What the Hell a chance to push some troops down this side as well. I think that's why they actually lost that garrison, is because they pushed in that way. Nothing happening in here except lots of tank kill stuff. You can see there, you know, there's a tank. That's a 76, I'm guessing. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, you wouldn't have 75s out here now. They die too easy. Little tanks or big tanks, nothing in the middle really. And once you get into these comp games, that's an opinion, but you know, it's a reasonable assumption. Nothing happening on the point here. They've got probably more people than they need defending at the moment because Chimera are just not pushing at all. They are trying though, and they've gone way down south. And the thing is though, What the Hell are they are pushing Chimera back everywhere the attack comes in. That's what's happening there at the moment. The good thing for Chimera is, look at this. They've controlled this area. They're not doing anything with it. This is empty at the moment. They must have only just cleared it. But, you know, that's a start. That's a start, because this is where What the Hell we're feeding troops. The thing is, guess where their troops are coming in from now? Up here. Curious George coming along. And then, of course, in the middle. I think that tank just went down. There was a good tank kill. Yes, it was. You're not going to buff that out, was? So that was a great tank kill from Chimera. Not sure who got that. Maybe the Panther. Yes, it was. All right. Here's the Chimera wave coming in on the point now. These defenders are working. They're working their asses off today, folks. That artillery's all over them too. Kills in there. Yeah. Wow. All right. So, What the Hell need to use the flanks? Chimera, you need to use the flanks. I think that's the key theme so far, is that they're both teams are using the flanks, but they're not doing it vehicle-borne. They're doing it Shanks pony or by foot. And what that means is it takes so much longer, and it gives the other team a long time to respond. And I guess there's a third factor here. It's not a closed map. It is an open map in most areas, so you can see people running around in the distance, and you can think about how you would respond to that. Particularly up north here, just about everyone will know where everyone is. It's very hard to shoot that distance when you're old like me. We're just watching that top right screen still. Hopefully that looks okay, by the way. It's a bit blurry on mine because it's shared through Discord. I didn't do Nitro because I'm not really using it. So anyway, Chimera are holding here well. They are working the problem. They've cleared out this down here. I think this was critical. Having said that, now they've seemed to have lost it again. There's a few what the hell players coming in. We've got, it's a mixed bag here, isn't it? So Chimera will probably try and find their garrison down here at least, if they haven't already. Bush is in there, look at this. Torfisk is in there. Torfisk was over in the back lines before, so yeah, these guys are trying to find, he's going to go straight out and get shot. Oh, one down. Oh, there we go. Trade, 1-1. Whoever it was over here died as well. Gotrek and Spherical trying to come around now. Still no attack happening anymore on the point itself. Abused Pant. Don't want to know. Machine guns position, yeah. So he'll be picking off Bubbles in a sec, or whoever's up there. Bubbles, nice kill. It's interesting. Again, you know, chat sometimes comes up with a few little great quotes that I like to use. Max Snapper said, "What the hell, taking space super fast?" That's exactly what is going on. What they've done is they've pushed areas with nice combined troops, and they've taken them. Whereas we talked about 30 or 40 minutes ago, Chimera were very piecemeal in the way their troops were moving around. 1s and 2s die to 3 and 4s and 5s. That's a rule. I just made it up, but it's a rule now. And so that's what's happening for Chimera 1s and 2s on the attack. We're dying to the 3s and 4s. And they have to fix that. Where they did that down south there, they stopped the attack. Here we've got a Lux. It was angry, and now it's not as angry because it's a little bit burny. There's a flare just landing in. That's cute, isn't it? There's a flare just landing in. Did they change the flares in this update? I think they did, because I don't remember seeing flares like that colour. Here's a tank coming in though. That's a 76 as well. We just get down and have a bit of a look at what his line of sight looks like. So he's in a nice overwatch position. He'll probably lurk around this area. He's got good cover on the right hand side from getting shot. I think they know he's there though. And it's all now starting to stagnate a little bit here. Absolutely starting to stagnate a little bit here. Chimera have got the defence. They've got it down pat at the moment. There's that flank going on. We just talked about that. What the hell are going deeper? But oh yeah, I think they're onto them though. Yeah, it's too slow. You if you go by foot and they have an idea that you're down there, they're gonna find you a lot quicker. What the hell though? I've got the right idea. See that spawn just there, middle of the wheat field, almost impossible to find. He just actually picked it up. So he's put it up here, I'm guessing. Is he? No, it must have been someone else's. But almost impossible to find that stuff. So, oh yeah, okay, cool. They're just telling me, by the way, in chat is her. Heidi is a her. Excellent. All right, to Battle of the Breakfast. Good evening, Das Altberg. How are you, sir? We're losing the point here. There's nothing much happening now. Chimera's starting to push out nicely, so we might just bring this other camera up, get it in a bit. A little bit of the footage at the front area there. Yeah, a little bit of look at the sort of battle area there. All right. Anyway, what the hell now have taken that northern area? We know that. What they're doing with it, I just find it interesting. They're pushing across the open field. I don't think they really needed to do that, but okay, why not? Where are the flames, by the way? Why is there no flamethrower? Probably nobody's got supply class 9. I think I'm up to about 6. That's where I'm at, so no flamethrower for me for a while. But Problematic is up here trying to defend this north flank. He's looking very lonely right now. There's Fable with the machine gun there. Oh, okay, that's not bad positioning, but this is where you generally see them come up to this side of the hedge. See this line here? That's what we would expect to see. And Chronic will just be moving up there now. There you go. Look at that. Oh no, he's changed his mind. Okay, cool. Back down into here. Let's see what's going on. I think that tank backed off. Yep, it's going up north. No, it's just sitting in the city. Well, that's interesting. It's pushed into the city, and maybe it's because some of this stuff down here is going on. There's Spherical is in there near the church. Mister's in there as well. I'd say Mister will be sort of chilling, trying to get a supply drop, and it sounds like No, he'd be trying to just double box, I guess. I don't know. He's not really going anywhere. He's about to get Fizkid. Fizkid's running past. No, he doesn't know he's there. Okay, there you go. So, Spherical's just put in, well, I would assume that's a garrison kill and a truck kill as well. So, 42 minutes to go. We're over halfway, folks. What the hell have definitely got the upper hand here at the moment. Chimera trying a few little things, but it's just not, it's not deep enough. It's not, I don't say that often to anyone, by the way. It's not deep enough. It's not organised enough by the look of this. They're just sort of static on defence right now. They're defending well. There's no question they're defending well, but their attack is lacklustre to say the least. It's been piecemeal for a lot of the match. When they have put it together, they've attacked very well. At the moment, they are not attacking well. I know a lot of the Chimera players don't want to hear that. Maybe they do. This is an assessment from the armchair of power. So, what the hell's attack, though, on Western Approach? It started good, and it's just dropped way off, which probably is a testimony to what the hell's Chimera's defense, in the same way that Chimera's attack is, or lack of, is a testimony to what the hell's defense. So I feel like the teams are defending well on their points tonight, but nobody's really got a great attacking look. I feel like, just looking at this here now, what the hell are doing the same thing Chimera did, or are doing. Look at all the little people all over the place. They're kind of all doing their own thing. There's a couple of Rocketeers I'd say would be chasing tanks and Garys. But to what end? So you blow up a garrison out there and you're by yourself, and then someone finds you and shoots you, and then they probably come down and rebuild the garrison or build it somewhere nearby or whatever. You know, unless you've got a squad with you to consolidate the takedown of a garrison, it's kind of not as effective. And so I feel like both teams are lacking going through this at the moment. Both teams are lacking attack. It's not, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be mean. It's just, they look very uninspiring attacks at the moment. 40 minutes to go. We'll go up and have a look at this north flank, see what's happening up there. That other camera has got boring again. There are still, well, this means, you know what this means, of course, don't you? Chimera have moved forward 10 metres since we looked at that camera. They've made 10 metres on the ground. Here's Frontan, though. He's made his way around the back of the Chimera flank here. No one's defending down the south side of that. So this will be interesting. Heavenly's got to stop that. Yeah, wow. Okay, so that's interesting that they've sort of, Chimera have sort of sent everyone down the main road there and no one's covering the flank. So that's just allowed what the hell to get around there. There's so much frustrating play here, folks. I really can't tell you how frustrating some of this stuff is to watch sometimes. I'm no comp player, though. Let's be honest. I'm not a comp player. I'm probably good enough to maybe be a comp player, but I'm not going to be because I don't belong to any clan and I don't do that stuff. I know how hard it is, though, to be out there fighting against these players, because most of the games I play in the pub matches are with organised players. And the opposition teams, you know, OC and Foy Boys and Chimera and NRD and, you know, TFK, 3 Power, all these guys are all played in some comp. And so they've got some organisational skills. So it's not like pub matches, though. This stuff is a lot more brutal. All right, little drinksy there as we work through watching Chimera push down the south now. So they've made a bit more ground down here. That's good news for them. They're just sort of playing tag in the middle of the city area there with what the hell. So we'll keep an eye on that in that top right corner again. And there are lots of planes going over. I'll be interested to see if there's anything special happening. There's supplies down south for Chimera. But look, what the hell, they're actually watching that. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get a quick map check, would it? So let's do that. Let's get ourselves across to the 2-map image and have a look at what we've got right now. Chimera now have got a little bit, about the same number of Garys actually, but they've got one more further south there. Nothing anywhere near the attacking side, so they're really struggling with that. That's what those supplies are, by the way. They're trying to get something down there. But why aren't you running fucking recon tanks and stuff down this way? I just, where's the Blitzkrieg? They've even got a Panzer IV in the field. Well, there's 3 tanks. Yeah, okay. So 3 tanks, sure. get something fast down here to get some attack line up. A light tank or a medium tank, no, a light tank or a recon tank with a couple of squad leaders getting in near the cemetery there, punching some shit in the back here in this corner here, and then spearing through there, and maybe someone going up the north here as well. And you could get there right now, and you generally can get there on these matches because people don't actually put protection out on these deep sectors. They'll know you've gone through there, but if you're quick enough, no one gives a fuck. Because if they see you here, for example, and you drive around here and park your Gary here, by the time they get up to you, you've already spawned in. All right, you're already spawned in. Looking at the what the hell play there, you can see southwest there. They are trying to do something down that way. So the what the hell guys are trying to push in from the southwest. Chimera's garrison down there is not far away from what the hell's. So that's interesting for us to keep an eye on that as we watch what happens. All right, this south push from Chimera is good, but it's going to come up against the same wall of stop that what the hell has put everywhere else so far. And I don't think Chimera are going to break this. I just don't. In 36 minutes, we'll still be saying, oh, look, Chimera are fighting in this area here and what the hell are fighting in this area here. It's genuinely what I believe. Up the north here, have a look here. I'm going to say in 36 minutes, we'll be saying, oh, look, Chimera and what the hell are still fighting in this area here. Because it's gone into a front on front. That's what it's turned into. And this, of course, I have no doubt that this is going to be front on front. So, yeah, look, that's the lack of agility that we're seeing in this match from both teams right now. That's the lack of agility that we're seeing in both teams right now. And, I'm happy to hear comments on that. I'd like to, I'd like to hear what people think about that. Certainly, I think everyone believes that there's not enough flank stuff going on. We'll just back off onto the point a bit again on that right camera. We just had the nice little look-see there at the stuff. Yeah, so that's what's going on there at the moment. It's just that constant fight. Now, Torfisk over here. Now, Torfisk has been agile. I'll tell you, I've seen him in every area. Every area. And there's Boyden and Monty trying to get around and clear out these garrisons that Kukakeli and Zota, well, Kukakeli will be setting up. Probably an OP down this way somewhere, I guess. Oh, what's this? That was a node that never happened. What's their nodes look like? Oh, they're short 2 fuel nodes. Oh, that's untidy. They've got plenty of resources, but Chimera is short 2 fuel nodes. What, I just noticed we got 60s across the board for what the hell and 90, 90, 70 for Chimera. So they're struggling with their nodes tonight. Struggling with the nodes. What is this bombing run? That's an artillery bombing run. What the hell have got annoyed with the artillery? They got annoyed enough that they put a bombing run in it. That's a big use of resources for some artillery. They must have been upset at it. Torfisk in a nice spot. Is this an airhead? And no, it's still another set of supplies. Vicox is up there trying to snipe at that. VK's sweeping up, try and clear those supplies out. Still fighting in the same spots. Torfisk is in there ready for a double strike on that Panther. So it's all well and good. There's a Panther in the middle of town. There's a Panther over there to the right. There's a Panzer IV up to the north. Torfisk just picked up Watchman. Someone needs to tell the Panthers they're about to get shot in the butt, or they're going to probably take out the garrisons here. This is a nice little play here. So this might make a difference. Sending these guys in behind at the same time as the squads are pushing at the front there will, if they get the garrison, which they just did as a spawn wave came in, that was a great shot there from Torfisk, I think it was. Oh, and then boom, he just, whoever was with him, just got nailed. And oh, this is huge. Look at that. That is the combined arm stuff that we're talking about. We're not going to see Chimera lose this point anytime soon. The two Panthers on the point there right now, you can almost see one straight down below us here and one just up slightly higher. on the other side of the buildings. They're going to hold the point because they've got enough cap weight. Yeah, here we go. So there's some lovely information coming in now from 30 minutes ago about who's the top seeded teams and everything. So DC are the top seeded team, or Core's top tier second. Oh, okay, here we go. They argue now. I want to say chat's going to have a go. Outside pistols at 20 places. Who is actually on top? That's interesting. I love it. I don't follow this stuff as closely as some, so really interesting to see. Everybody's number one. I love it. 32 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. As we are just doing a bit of a summary now of what's going on, you can see up to the north here, CHMA have not lost this area at all. Now they've pushed out far enough. Shaz is working the numbers across the field here. They can't really go through here very well because they don't have any numbers. They are sending a Panzer IV unescorted out there, so good luck with that. We know how well that works, but if they can get some infantry out there from Shaz, that might actually give them a chance. Maybe they're throwing down an airhead. No, I was optimistic. What has happened, though, is that somebody has got their way around the back of the point, and we have a cap on, ladies and gentlemen. There are some numbers in the point right now on the chapel, and what the hell are now having a little bit of a mad panic as they go, what the fucking hell happened? How those guys got in there, that's an interesting question. Airhead now coming in on the back of the chapel. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a fight on finally after about 40 minutes of SME fucking boredom, where we're all dying here in the bleachers. Get ourselves in nice and tight under the point. We've now got a fight on our hands over the chapel. It's been rather tiring watching this so far. This airhead, though, I don't think is going to work. It's an optimistic airhead. They just don't have the numbers on the point at the moment. And what the hell, surging, absolutely surging. You can see a bunch of folks coming in. There's some more coming in up the north. That airhead's going to drop into the church itself. And they'll have to... Oh, shit, I need to get inside there. What is it? J, isn't it? There we go. Oh, that's a great kill. Whoever just did that. There's that airhead. Heidi's down. Chronic's in there. Oh, Chronic's... Oh, it's a grenade. That is a great grenade. That saved the chapel. Nice little play there from CHMA. Didn't quite work out. Managed to get my camera through the building just in time. A little bit of a scare there for... oh, and there you go. An unescorted tank racing down to try and support that chapel push. Just absolutely got ripped apart. Ripped apart. And now get ourselves back over onto Western Approach, and we'll just keep our eyes on that. That 76 just picked up that Panzer IV and just ripped it. Anything around the back here? I can see some shots going on around the back. CHMA's still trying to push. All right, so let's go back to our summary of what's going on. So up the north here, well, that's what was happening there. We saw a bit of a thinning out of the CHMA people. They were trying to push down there. Is that a what the hell airhead? Yes. No, it's a supply drop. It's a what the hell supply drop way over in the background there. So... The CHMA have just had a look up the north here. They've pushed some forces in. That drew what the hell back a little bit there. That's good for them, for CHMA rather, because that means that what the hell are a bit distracted with what happened. The trouble is, of course, CHMA are trying to push down south and they're just getting pulled apart by... That's a Greyhound there on the right where DP is. So picking up the little push that's trying to get through here at the moment. But yeah, it's just not happening, is it? So... CHMA just cannot find a hole to push through. They've controlled this south area, so they're not moving forward from it. I'm guessing that the what the hell guys that were here pulled back for defence. You know, that's probably part of that. Torfisk is still there where he was before. He hasn't moved. I think he's actually survived that entire time. Sniper up the top there. We've got this same defensive group here working hard, but nobody's picked up Torfisk around the back. And I don't know, there's an OP in there. Did they get a garrison up? Yeah, there's a garrison up north there, which just got shelled. All right, so CHMA just starting to lose a little bit here on the point. Actually, that's an interesting point to note right now. As we've just wrapped around and had a look at that summary, CHMA is starting to lose some numbers on the point right now. That artillery where it's landing in and tanks coming in as well. There's a Panther down the south there. That'll stop them from the south side a little bit, hopefully. But... two tanks, actually. There you go. That's useful for CHMA because they'll be able to stop that south. The unfortunate part is they do have a bit of a problem here on the middle and north area. They don't hold any of the north side of things. And the what the hell guys have pushed right through there. Jams anyone left in there from the squads that were trying to push through. And I think what the hell are actually going to get a push there. It is the point has started to be contested, so it's blinked across into what the hell's favour, because if we check that, yet they're losing, they've lost the garrison there, Chimera, and they've got a big surge coming in out of them now. Bomberman's going to come in, it's going to pick up some stuff. Is that a what the hell airhead? No, it's not. They've still only got supplies dropping in there, but this is a big push now from what the hell. Chimera got no garrisons there. We'll just quickly look, no garrisons anywhere near the point. So it's all up to squad leaders and their OPs at the moment. And this is a great little play here from what the hell, because it means that they're probably going to capture this point and put Chimera right up against it, where they're not going to actually be able to capture this back if they're not careful. It's just being reinforced, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see. No, he did not reinforce it. So they've got cap weight coming back in, Chimera do. And the Panthers are coming back onto the point now as well. Well, one of them is, at least anyway. The other one's down south. Chimera spawning in from the south side now. That's where their cap weight's coming from at the moment, folks. So this was a really, really good push from what the hell. Really put the pressure on Chimera. Completely will have sucked the life out of any attack that they were thinking about. It puts us in a position where it's all downhill for what the hell here. If they just keep pressing like they are going to crack this Chimera defense. And that's what they've done in this case. They've cracked open that front line of troops. There's a Panther died. That'll be a satchel for sure. No, that's a 76 way down the road that just picked that up. The loss of that Panther is quite devastating for Chimera, because it means they're now one tank short against probably a couple of tanks. Up the north there, you can see what the hell's still pushing well. It's just this relentless pressure now that we're starting to see here. And we see this in teams in various matches that we've cast and watched over the competition. One team will start to get this roll of pressure on, and it's just a continuous squeeze. And what's occurring there is that you're just losing your frontal defense line. You're just falling back slowly, ever so slowly falling back. All right. So half an hour ago, we were looking at this very picture in the top right corner, and we were saying how Chimera had made 10 meters and they were, up there where abused is. Well, look, now they're back at the point defending, and they're actually losing that. But I could see the other points being contested. There was a blink just then on sainte-mere-eglise itself. This is where the fight is, though. We can actually keep an eye on that in the top right corner there. And we'll look over here at the chapel. So Spherical and Panic are on the chapel again. They don't have enough cap weight here, of course, but that will have just woken up what the hell very quickly to send some people back. Sorry, I'm yawning, it's Sunday night. My apologies. I've been working most of the weekend, and I don't normally work weekends. It's just been a rough weekend. So this is big trouble for Chimera now. You can see what the hell. I've got about 10 people on the point itself. Nobody's getting any kills on. There's a light tank racing around the back there I just saw. We'll get up into the top view, because we've got that close view there in the top right corner there. As we watch what's occurring. Oh, not too close. See if we can have a look at that from a bit different perspective. You can see they're marking a Chimera garrison, if there's even one there. No, there's not. Chimera in a lot of trouble, folks. The tanks that were holding here before, one of them's down. I'm assuming the second one's down. Take another quick check. There's one over the back there. It might have gone back for repairs before, which meant that the tank that was on the point's dead. But having said that, there's a 75 coming up. But look at this. What the hell are just all over this at the moment? Chimera are actually capping sainte-mere-eglise itself. But it's all over here, I think, on Western Approach. Unless Chimera can pull something out of the bag right now and kill enough infantry and get some spawn in, they're just not going to do it. Look, there's nobody near it. I'll just zoom right back here and have a look. That is probably GG's for Chimera. I mean, we might see a 1-2 cap. This point here, flag position is always very, very good to defend. But I'll also say that quite often what will happen is you put a lot of pressure on the front, and then you drop an airhead or something back here, back in this top corner. So well done, though, to what the hell there for just that relentless pressure that was going on. And here's a supply drop from Chimera. Okay. Relentless pressure on Western approach. It is a bastard of a point to defend that because everyone shoots you from a mile out and you got nowhere to run. So Chimera held on there for ages, but they've lost the point now and they are in a lot of trouble, folks. They've got effectively 20 minutes to capture 2 points back and then it'll be GG's. So they got 20 minutes. There's an angry Luke's doing its angry thing. I just don't see Chimera. What's that up there? Is that there's a supply drop going in the top left corner. So that's that parachute falling up there in the top left. That is the what the hell parachute of supply. I think this was a Panther here, was it? Can't quite see just yet. No, that's a 76. Wow, whatever killed that. Nice kill. Yeah, look at that up the top left corner there. You can see just that parachute coming down. That is a set of supplies coming in from what the hell, who will be consolidating the shit out of everything they've got right now. And so we'll take a quick look at that. We'll just get ourselves back up into a nice big view. We'll do the same in the other camera. We'll pop ourselves over to those two maps again and we'll take a look. This is what we got right now, folks. So we'll start with what the hell this time. So they've taken that point successfully. Now they've got a huge blob of troops there on Western Approach. A couple of garrisons are going up already, so they're on it. And they're on it quite nicely. South side, they've got some dudes running around down there. That looks like... actually, I'll check that. No Huts, just working his way around there. So they're putting the screws on Chimera here. And that's going to be hard for Chimera to try and hold out against. But it is a pretty defensible point up here, by the way. It really is. They've got the garrison up the back corner there. What the hell managed to get the supplies in the back corner and no one saw it. No one saw it. All right. Someone's just mentioned flanks are useless. I don't agree. I honestly look, a recon tank going around south. It's important to do this stuff. So anyway, back to the main screen. Sorry, my bad. What's got to happen for what the hell? They've just got to close up the column from the south and just squeeze it all the way up, and then maybe try and run someone around the top here. But it's going to be pretty hard to get anybody up the top there. Chimera let anyone through there, they're mad. All right. What Chimera need to do, of course, is just push the flanks. There's the Angry Lukes, unsupported Angry Lukes. Again, the unsupported tanks. I mean, it's got a 76 there in front of it. It's got a, whatever that is, that's 70, no, that's Panther, sorry, my bad. So that Panther will be trying to find that 76. That mediums opened up flanks. Well, there's various opinions on what is good for a flank in this game. A recon tank with a couple of squad leaders in it going way deep and dropping the squad leaders off is an amazing agile multiplier. I've seen it plenty of times in the streams I've done. It works, and that's what I would have done and would have been doing. It might not have worked, but it generally has. Where that tank goes, yeah, okay, up through here now, that's a good idea. The thing, of course, you've got to watch out for on an open map is the tank at long range, and that is a problem. That Luke's is wearing it in the face at the moment. The Panther just took it in the... There he is. So, yeah, anyway, I mean, people have different opinions on these things. That's mine. I think more can be done with those flanks. I really do. I really do. And I'm sure others will agree and disagree, and that's okay. That's what a good conversation is about. That recon tank, though, he's pushing around the back now. Let's see how quickly they respond. That's a Panther, a Panzer IV, not a Panther, by the way. And it's just about to get pushed by a 76, unless that recon tank can do something. Wow, someone just saved that Panzer IV down the south here. So whoever that was, it was the Lukes. Nice kill from the Lukes there, saving the Panzer IV a rocket up the arse. 76 just wore one in the back end there from the recon tank that's sitting right on it. There's another one from it. That's a nice little shot there. But now Sony's going to do something, surely. Recon tanks needs to run. He should not be sitting there anymore. He's stayed too long. He's going to die. There it is. That's no. When that tank starts turning, you move. You don't stay. So a little bit of a wasted opportunity there. But that Panzer IV now is pushed forward. So there will be a gain here probably as he's missed. Oh, the Panzer IV missed the bloody 76. That is a fatal mistake because now he's going to push thinking that Panzer IV, fuck me, that rocket, nice shot from Bird, it's just unlucky. It's going to push, the Panzer IV is going to walk straight in and he's missed again. Oh dear, the Panzer IV. Just no, and he's going to die. Oh, he has redeemed himself by the grace of something. Who is that? Mugshot and Talk. Boys, you made that look awkward. There's another 76 coming in. I don't think it's going to be much of a celebration there. Definitely not going to be a fun time there in a few minutes. And there goes the first tank. That's the Panzer IV, just died from Birdus. Nice kill from Birdus. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's what's happening now. 16 minutes to go, folks. We're starting to get down into the bitey end of things. We'll push this other camera over onto the point. There goes the Lukes. What the hell? Need to try and just hold that point. They don't really need to push the next one. They can just hold 2. They don't need to go for the 5-0, of course. Chimera with all of it. Chimera with everything to lose, everything to gain right now, and what the hell with everything to lose. In a 4-1 position that they're in, they've got depth of 2 points. They lose the second points, it's GG's for them, and they've got 16 minutes. So Chimera have got to throw the dice here, don't they? I think it's just... I haven't enjoyed their attack tonight. I'll have the team really. That one from what the hell just before that was a good attack. That was a good attack, and I'll say I was happy with that one. But most of the attacks tonight have been just flat or boring, very uninspiring attacks. It's an opinion again. When you get into a defensive lockstep where you're just sitting there fighting, and nothing's happening, you've got to radically change what you're doing while still holding your defensive line, of course. You never give that up. But yeah, I feel like sometimes we're not radical enough in some of our ideas in this game, or we don't want to take risk. I think in comp, you kind of, when you're 4-1 down, you do have to take some risks. When you're 3-2 down and it's a big World War I defensive style battle, you've got to take some risks so long as you've got the ability for your team to immediately respond to a defensive requirement. And I did the maths on this formally, and from the moment someone says, oh, something's going on here, so, you know, just say I'm what the hell and I'm on Western Approach right now, and we're starting to get attacked from the south. It'd take about 20 seconds for me to process that as a squad leader or whatever and go, hey, we're in a bit of trouble here on Western Approach, we might need some help. Right? Then it takes another 10 or 20 seconds for the commander to respond to that. Das, everybody's names to me, mate, so I might want to know the head of the tournament. Which tournament? All right. I respect everything everybody does in this stuff, but there's too many names, mate. There are honestly too many names. There's 1,000 names, if not 2,000 names, that I'm trying to remember at any given time for battles and stuff. Good luck if you know those names. I don't. Anyway, so it's 20 seconds for me to respond and say to the commander, hey, we've got some trouble here. Another 10 seconds for the commander to say, right, Alpha Squad, Bravo Squad, Charlie Squad, redeploy. Takes 20 seconds minimum for those squads and their members to hit the escape key, redeploy, and have the 20-second penalty unless they shoot themselves or shoot each other or whatever. So now we're up to 50 seconds, and then an average of 20 seconds to spawn in on a garrison. So it's over a minute to respond to something, on average, unless you're on an OP, of course. Or, you know, if you're lucky and you get a 2-second garrison to spawn in on something. But it's over a minute. And I don't think enough people reflect on that when they're looking at what's going on. So where Western approached before, Chimera had 1 minute to respond and have their team back there, or you've effectively lost the point in comp. That's kind of how this seems to work. It's one thing I look at when I'm sort of squad leading or whatever. Interesting play here from Chimera. They've got troops around the north finally. This is the attacking squad up here now. And it's just still very deep though. They must have the OP's up there where Bubbles is. That's why. Just having a hard time finding someone to spawn in, I'm guessing. That would be my assessment. We go down south here. Look, they're trying to push around here too. And what the hell are actually sending out all of the peoples in a big, deep line, aren't they? They got folks out everywhere. So, you know, it is hard for Chimera at the moment to try and get through anyway. Now, here's 76 coming through and pushing and killing the stuff down south. What the hell with a bit of momentum here in this centre of map area where Chimera have just got a spawn wave off now, and they're all running like fuck to get away from whatever it is that's going on there. Go Trek's like, I'm going to move the OP, boys, because that's not a real good spot anymore. What the hell pushing through quite nicely. So this is a little bit of a push now from What the Hell to try and, I guess, if they keep the pressure on that last point, they don't have to worry too much about defending Western approach. So the ideal thing for What the Hell right now is just to keep this push through with some tank support and that, because the tanks are now getting their shit together from the What the Hell side. They certainly weren't they certainly weren't holding their own there early on in the match, but they're definitely making a difference now. Here comes a Chimera tank though, Panther now, to take on that 76 down south. They've got infantry around them too, so I think that Panther's going to do well there if it gets first shot off and that tank is marked. That would be handy for them and count shots as it shoots, you know. Jungo there wearing a big artillery strike on his head. In the middle here, you can see that little bit of a defensive load from Chimera there is holding. What the hell, though? I've seen the threat up north here and they've sent, well, there's a Stuart running through there and a bunch of infantry as well. Yeah, this is not... This is not good for Chimera up here. There is possibly an airhead going in, by the way. Let's take a look. No, it's another supply drop for sorry, I'm just allowing a message through. Another supply drop up north there, so they might be trying a little bit of a play up there now, which will help them continue the pressure on. I wonder if Chimera are responding to that. Yes, it is. Andy is going up there to deal with that. Probably thought it was an airhead. I'm surprised the first set of supplies that went up there actually got through, and now the second set's dropped, but someone's seen it. So that's good news for Chimera, at least to be able to deal with that little threat axis. But nothing good happening here for Chimera, folks. 9 minutes 46 to go. Still 2 cap points they've got to capture to win this. What the Hell just have to hold on to, you know, sainte-mere-eglise. But if they can hold on to Western approach, then it's obviously in the bag for them. But I don't feel like in these competition battles with the quality of players, I don't think Chimera can actually crack this open. And a comment from 30 ago was that they just walked through the door. They kind of did. That's what we were talking about before. They kind of did just walk through the door there at Western approach. And yeah, it's I don't know. It's worth watching back on. Just watching back on. Anyway, Chimera still defending vigorously wherever they can right now. A lot harder to defend this area here, though. This is a lot more stuff out this way at the moment for Chimera to have to handle. But look at this wave coming up north now. Not only have Chimera lost this attack that they had up there, but they're now starting to get the pressure field. We might just get a little bit of a panoramic up there on that top right corner. Here's a precision going in. That precision just went in on I went on a tank on Western approach. VK's going in. See, now a little bit of play here going on because someone got around the back there and has put a spawn in. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Chimera now starting a little bit of a push onto the western approach, and they're doing it well. This is a nice little attack here going on. What the hell have been caught with a little bit of pants in the wrong position, and they're going to have to do something really quickly to deal with this. I'll get that top right camera over there and have a nice close look at what's going on the point, so you can actually see that nice and tight there. But great little play there from Chimera. VK's thrown in some interesting stuff. We've got nothing going on there for airheads or anything like that, of course, but look at all the Chimera players now. Just, they've got to get their spawns there. They've got to slap those spawns down and get things moving as quickly as possible. This can happen. You get a little bit complacent. Perhaps what the hell were a little bit complacent on their defense here. They'd pushed so many troops out that it allowed Chimera to sneak that one or two through, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. They might have driven a vehicle around there, and run someone in quickly or whatever. What I'm not seeing, unfortunately for them, is there's a squad leader. There's Mav down there. He needs to live, and he's got his spawn point. 2 tanks on the point from Chimera. Big spawn wave just came in from what the hell? Killed a tank down the back there. The attack's dying a little bit here. They've still got numbers, Chimera 1s and 2s though, but that tank kill there from the spawn wave from what the hell, that was a good little spawn wave. Rockets coming over the top there onto the point from Chimera. I don't think that's going to help them at all, those rockets. They need to actually kill the troops, but there's rockets going all over the place. They're not hitting anything. I feel like that's a bit of a waste. But Chimera do have 50% of the cap here at the moment. They've got stuff happening. You can see what the hell pushing in all those troops. Top right corner, you can see them coming in where that smoke is. Just watching what's going on there. Now they've got their, hang on a second, I've just got to put the chat off there. Now they've got numbers on the point. They've got running a lot of people back. That was a bit of a panic for them. 6 minutes left. They have to hold on as long as they can. For this point at least, but that was a nice little play from Chimera, trying to push through, trying to do something. It really will have taken the attack away from what the hell. So Chimera now could probably do something with that somewhere else and get another spawn coming in elsewhere. But up the north there, they've lost that completely. That was completely what the hell's territory. And you can see down the south here as well, they've lost. So Chimera don't have any other options. Mav is literally their only option around the back here. As he does his thing there, Panic's last man standing on the point, looking at what he's up to. Look, there's a half track coming in. That half track's got to get into here somewhere. There's a spawn wave from Chimera on the point right now. Watchman's right there. He's seen it. He's shot. That's a good little kill there. They've got to take out 5 minutes to go. Chimera have got to take out a garrison near here. They've got to take out a garrison near here, and then they can probably have a shot at this point with 5 minutes to go. But they've got to do it all. They've got no time left. This has taken far too long. Far too long for Chimera. Mav's on the point. He's in close. We're watching what's going on there. Jam's there next to Sony. There's a half track coming in finally now. Half track's coming in right now. Good kill from Jam or Mav. I don't know who. Points starting to be contested again. This is be where an airhead on Jam or an airhead on VOK would go down well. This is just, yeah, look, tight, isn't it? 4 minutes to go. I don't know what to say here. Can they change this? VK's got a garrison in next to his half track. Now he's just got the half track. So that half track's there. And it's locked now. VK's taking down. Oh, yeah, he's just been picked off there. Tank's coming in now. That'll be GG's. Surely. What the hell can hold on to this for the next 4 minutes? That'll be GG's because Chimera can't capture this in 2 minutes and the other point in 2 minutes. So that'll be GG's, unfortunately. I tell you what, if Chimera do a 1-2 here, there'll be seconds in it, folks. But I don't think they will. So as soon as it gets contested or back to what the hell's favour, Chimera won't be able to win it because it's 2 minutes to cap a point and they had about 3 minutes 58 left. Yeah, and there it is. It's gone back to what the hell. So that'll be GG's. There's the big spawn wave off that garrison that VK was trying to take out. It would have been good to have someone come down and rocket that or something. So that is... It's been a big fight, folks. It's been a big fight. What the hell definitely outplayed Chimera there. if I sum this up, I will say this. The tank battle was won for the first 2/3 by Chimera and then by What the Hell, although I'm sure there were individual moments of brilliance. That's my opinion. The infantry battles were definitely won by What the Hell in both maybe outshooting the Chimera guys on average, but also picking apart the 1s and 2s from Chimera that were running around. So many people from Chimera that were over 100 meters away from the nearest friend. It's not the play you want to see. And so they just, when they come across 2 or 3 other people on the other team, you get picked off, don't you? And so that's where I think Chimera let themselves down tonight, is that this here is what you want your squads to be doing, even if it's only 3 or 4. All right, you want them to be clustered. And what the hell was that? Oh, it's a truck. Heard that sound. Like Electro. I don't want to pick on Electro, but he's by himself pretty much. He should have someone else with him at least, so that they can counter whatever's coming and pincer it and everything. Otherwise, you're just soloing. That's the type of stuff that I think let Chimera down tonight. I really do. And that's what I think. So the What the Hell guys, though, definitely had some good combiners. I think they suffered a bit from the artillery. Chimera artillery was pretty good tonight, as it always generally is. So that's where we're at. Not a bad effort, not a bad game. Good play to What the Hell. So, that's how it goes. So what'll happen from here now, of course, the Chimera guys, and I'm just kind of ignoring chat, by the way, so if you're wondering why I'm not letting comments through on that, it's whatever. At the moment, Chimera will be out of the competition as of now. What the Hell will go through to the playoffs. And I'm really keen to see the playoffs. Hopefully I get a hat and I actually get to cast. I'll be looking to dual cast with somebody for that one, I think. So that would be really good. But we'll just see. I mean, I'll put my nomination in and we'll see if I'm available. And the timings work out on that. It is over Christmas, so my availability is pretty good. But that was a good match, folks. I'm quite impressed by both teams there. This is what you would hope for in the finals. I think Chimera let themselves down, though. They did play a little bit like it was a pub match. I saw that comment earlier, and I agree. There were a lot of solos running around there, as I said before. Not the best, but look, it's the finish of a great season for Chimera, and they're still in other comps as well, but that was good for them. And What the Hell, of course, now with a chance to actually carry it forward into the finals, aren't they? So we'll just get rid of all that background stuff. We can have a look at our best players. Look, give it a Boygs. He's a pretty good egg. So there it is, folks. Have a look at your favourites on the stream just there. If there's anybody there that you rate highly, go and give them a hug. Great scores, of course, in these types of competitions. I try and show everybody as much as I can. And we'll just wait for that to come back. Just wait for that to come back. Here's how I level up, as we all know. Streamers don't actually play, we're no good. So we'll just wait for that to come back up and we'll have another look at the players for the night, and then we'll get across the main screen and I'll actually be setting up that giveaway while we watch the last half hour. Well, they've actually named their squads tonight. I just noticed that with Chimera, Infantry 3. There you go. So there's your people. Well done to both teams. We could probably just take ourselves across to the main screen now, eh? Let's go. Warm-up screen. Earphones gone. There you go. So, let me just run up a couple of things here quickly while I get this going. And I will start this create and start. There we go. So that'll give you something to do while you're watching the last 30 minutes of the match. And we'll just get rid of this Hell Let Loose thing in the background. And that was it, folks. So if I bring up that screen once I've shut off Hell Let Loose so that we can actually see it. Here's the seasonal draw again. So as we know there, folks, the Chimera team bows out now into the eliminated round. The What the Hell guys go up into the 3-2 playoffs, and I will be interested to see what actually happens with Chimera into future comps, and I'm really keen to see what happened with What the Hell. All right. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Pretty much, if there's someone to raid in 30 minutes time, we'll raid them. If not, we won't. The giveaway will be done at the end of the 30 minutes, so I'll actually do the ping thing. I'll do the ping thing, and we'll see how we go at the time, and hopefully we'll be able to draw it, and I'll draw it live so you can actually see the draw happening. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I'll write in chat who actually wins once the draw is done. I'll be sitting and watching the match with his. Thank you very much, and I suppose we should get rid of that. I hope you've enjoyed it. Good night and goodbye for now.